Now, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, well, if you were ready to see how Kendrick just elevated in the rap game yet again and his run just got even stronger, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now, as what just went down at the BET Awards is gonna make Drake crash out bad once again, really make sure to leave that like so all of hip hop sees how Kendrick Lamar got Kai Cenat to side with him while winning even more in the process. And now, with that said, well, right now, with the current king of hip hop, well, as the 25th BET Awards just went down, well, with another major award show, and at that, with how much BET tried to make their biggest show in years a truly landmark event for them, as this was the most talked about ceremony that they have had in quite some time. Well, at the center of all of this was none other than Kendrick Lamar, as between the biggest categories possible where he took home 5 awards, and with Kendrick just making a rare public appearance, which speaks volumes about everything in of itself. Well, in a night where the biggest stars were out, Kendrick Lamar ended up shining the brightest for multiple reasons, and now as before this, Drake just tried to bother Kendrick Lamar again and start spreading a narrative that is not true about how his shows at the end of the week upcoming in Toronto are not selling well, well, as Drake is just ranting and spiraling and trying to do whatever he possibly can to stop Kendrick Lamar's all-time great run. Well, as we have been seeing, it's doing nothing, and Kendrick is not just winning in the process of this, but at the same time, he is making things even worse for Drake at every chance, while really not even trying to, as not just did Kendrick prove that he is the champion of the culture for anybody who is still doubting it here, but as Kai Cenat was all over these award shows like he has recently, and therefore was in the proximity of Kendrick Lamar really for the first time where they were ever able to meet. Well, after Kai has made his friendship with Drake rocky just by being honest about what happened in the Drake and Kendrick beef and by being critical about Drake's music in general at times, Drake's worst nightmare really just happened. But now, before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. It helps me out a ton. And so now when it comes to everything that just went down here, well, at this award show, we finally got the very moment that speaks the most volumes about how Kai really feels about Kendrick, and with this for the grumpiest and lamest rapper that we have ever seen in Drake. He is going to see what happened here and just lose it more than ever on Kai, because not once but twice during this show did Kendrick Lamar and Kai have small interactions where they both met each other, and within this, from Kendrick Lamar just saying hi to this to make Kai completely fan out, and really right after they met, you can see how starstruck Kai was from being around one of the most elusive and dominant figures we have seen in the entire music and entertainment industry as a whole. And then once again a little later in the show, with Kai smiling and shaking hands with SZA, who is his friend, and they have collabed together in the past already. And then SZA tried introducing him to Kendrick, which while Kendrick does not seem like he wants to be all buddy-buddy with Kai in the first place himself, he was still friendly with him enough to make Kai just fan out in the seconds that we have now seen from these two together on the screen, not once but twice within this show. And now with this, which has already given us some all-time great moments like Kendrick, SZA, and Dave Free staring at Kai Cenat and Druski with this right here. Well, really, with this happening the way it did, it's just funny in a lot of ways, considering how Drake has been trying to pretty much beg for Kai to support him and stand with him, and as a result, we have seen Drake pretty much do every ridiculous thing in the book that he possibly can, which of course included recently taking Kai's criticism seriously, which is something he has never really done with really any other person within these spaces. And due to the following Kai holds, Drake has really embarrassed himself pretty bad, all trying to just get Kai's approval. Well, after a never-ending saga where Drake has really done every pathetic thing you possibly can, we have really just seen a full circle moment with Kai and Kendrick, which has really shown what it means to be respected in your craft and just truly command the attention and aura that the hype around you creates and garners. Because when we compare Drake's endless run of ridiculous moves that are all trying to beg Kai to help him out in just any way possible, and then see how starstruck Kai was when he just saw Kendrick Lamar, and of course this is after everything else Drake has done. Again, this tells us everything we need to know about how Kai feels about both of them and how no matter what, no speech for his streamers you or any other cringe antic Drake can do will just compare to the way Kendrick Lamar walks around and presents himself, which is with the utmost respect. And now, in addition to Kendrick and Kai meeting and everyone seeing Kai be starstruck in really a rare moment for him, well, as Druski was also along Kai Cenat during most of these awards and within this same show, Kendrick was faced with meeting him not once but twice as well. Well, with this, as Kendrick Lamar made sure to be friendly with Kai and just say hi, meanwhile he ignored Druski not once but twice? Well, while Drake fans are calling Druski a real one as Kai said hi to Kendrick, and they are now trying to push Kai out within a way that I am sure Drake himself doesn't even want, because in all honesty he is scared of Kai in a lot of ways, because if he loses Kai, he loses his audience. Well, for Druski, while they are calling him real because Kendrick didn't say hi to him, I am sure that the clown he is would have jumped and been even more starstruck by Kendrick had Kendrick even given him the light of day and even looked at him once. But really, as Kendrick knows where Druski stands in all of this, which is by Drake, and he has even put things out there that have tried to make fun of the very message that Kendrick Lamar stands for in hip-hop through some of the jokes, statements, and skits that he has made. Well, when we look at all of this, we can easily say that Kendrick knew what he was doing by ignoring Druski, and really with this. Well, between Drake and Kai and how Drake is going to feel about seeing the guy he has tried so hard to be liked by just lose it when he met his rival for a matter of seconds, and even with Kai and Druski now being split, as one was befriended by Kendrick and the other one was annoyed as they did not even get any attention, and you can see how scared Druski really was by looking at his face. Well, again, while I don't think Kendrick Lamar acted this way inherently on purpose and just genuinely wanted to say hi to Kai and wants nothing to do with Druski at all, well, there's so much of this circle of people who tend to align with Drake pretty much always get themselves in drama and will turn on each other for petty, ridiculous things like this. Kendrick just putting the cards in play like we have seen here, where within his own way, he is just trolling these streamers and the community that Drake wants to be in more than hip-hop as a whole is really absolutely hilarious, and really just by showing how this guy is just on a run that we have never seen before, because literally just by coming out to an award show, Kendrick has managed to scramble things up and just cause a lot of people to face the truth of things whether they have wanted to or not. And now, along with showing everybody that Kai Cenat indeed does stand with him, and really just dubbing Druski to the point where he looked terrified of Kendrick when Kendrick doubled down on saying nothing to him when SZA was speaking to Kai and Kendrick. Well, within these BET Awards, which with the performances from big names like Ludacris and Playboi Carti, which Kendrick was seen vibing out to when he was up, and all of the other presentations they had, this entire year's show was a clear play at cementing the BET Awards once again as a top-tier award show, and after some questionable past few years. Well, within this show where there are so many legends and stars at, and again, the amount of greats in the room spanned from people like Stevie Wonder, Jamie Foxx, and Snoop Dogg to names like Playboi Carti and Leon Thomas. Well, at the center of everything was Kendrick Lamar, and he ran away with this show here by taking home so many awards that when Kendrick was meeting Kai after walking up on stage, you can literally see Kai was shocked by how one person could literally take home so much hardware, and even within that, I am sure that Kai's genuine reaction to Kendrick's greatness and victories are another thing that Drake is gonna lose it over. And now within Kendrick's awards, while winning Hip Hop Artist of the Year was big, and Kendrick has now been on a streak where he has won every single one of these awards through the entire Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers era, and then right after the beef, and now within the GNX era, which is currently underway. Well, alongside that, one unique award that is truly the mark of something new for Kendrick Lamar is the fact that when it came to the Album of the Year category as a whole, well, for the first time, GNX has taken home an award like this within its album cycle, and I mean, as the next Grammys come around and things like that follow, I do think this is just the start for Kendrick and this record specifically, but seriously, with Kendrick now being recognized for the trophy of having the best album at a major award show where it was a big enough event that Kendrick literally did come out at the award show and give a speech for this? No matter how you want to put it, this is major, and this is truly the continuation of the run that Kendrick Lamar is just going to keep going at this point and get more dominant within, because as Kendrick within this speech and Night of Victory literally told us that he is only going to keep on working from here, and even told everybody to come out to the Grand National Tour if you have not seen it already. Well, the clear message that Kendrick is presenting us with is that he is super motivated to just keep this run going and only wants to climb higher and higher heights from here. And so overall, with Kendrick Lamar walking away with so many trophies that Kevin Hart was literally able to make an entire joke about it in front of him, which, while being funny in terms of the fact that Kendrick was handed so many trophies at once for everything he won in the night, which within that he had 5 awards for Album of the Year, Video of the Year for Not Like Us, Best Collab with Luther, Video Director of the Year, which he and Dave Free received, and then Best Male Hip Hop Artist as a whole. Well, the awards speak for themselves, and the joke is the literal reality about how great his run has been, and with this, I mean, overall, Kendrick Lamar is just leveling up, and now, well, as now we are in a week where everyone is waiting to see what is going to happen when Kendrick Lamar goes to the GNX Toronto shows, and Kendrick claims that he is the king of the 6 in addition to hip hop as a whole. Well, if Kendrick Lamar starting off this week with winning more awards and also in the process, messing around with these streamers by both showing that Kai is really a fan of him no matter what discourse around Kai, Kendrick, and Drake there has been, and how Drake has tried to beg for his attention, and also just by icing out and trolling Druski for everybody to see. Really, Kendrick Lamar has won in more ways than trophies could ever give him, and really with all of this. Well, if we are taking away one thing from what Kendrick just pulled off at these BET Awards and everything that happened, it should be that the king of rap is only becoming a bigger and bigger force with every move that he makes, and truly with what is next and how he is moving as a whole, while we don't know what he is exactly gonna do, you know he is only gonna go up from here once again. And so now with all of this said, let me know, what do you think about Kendrick Lamar making a rare public appearance at the BET Awards, and what do you think about the awards he took home as a whole, which I think was really a significant moment with GNX winning Album of the Year especially, and how he ended up meeting Kai Cenat and trolling Druski, and really just sending a message to the streaming world and Drake about who is really running everything. Well, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all of this, and now if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, it helps me out a ton. And now if you want to see how right before this, well, right before Kendrick just came back and did this, Drake was trying to troll Kendrick Lamar and diss him about his upcoming Toronto show, and really that has not went well for him at all. Check out the suggested video.